and welcome back to Let's Play E7. Last time, Adol got arrested for the assassination of King Kimarl, and, well, that was just no good. We're gonna have to deal with that false accusation, but, we're not exactly, welcome in Altago at the moment. To that end, Geis wants us to go to the Highlands in the oh man, I've already forgotten the name of this place. What is it? Yes, Altago Plains. We want to go to the Highlands of the Altago Plains because Geis apparently has somebody who wants to meet us there. Let me see. I can't remember which way we need to go. It's not this way. Actually, we want to go to the left. Sorry, it's a little unintuitive how to get there. Nothing that is really worth stopping for along the way, so we will just roll along. You're gonna have to forgive me if I play like junk this video. It's been about over a week since I actually played this game. Took a brief siesta vacation just to visit family and relax for a bit, and now we're back playing this. There are no new enemies yet. We will be seeing some new ones shortly, so be prepared for when that happens. Right now, it's just the same old junk that we could easily kill with no problem, but we're just going to skip along. Let's just take a look at our equipment here, make sure we're set up with everything. Gonna want to get training rings. Not going to bother equipping Dogi and Geis at the moment, for reasons that'll become apparent in a bit. I guess we can put Dogi's better weapon on him. Garvin Cestus, there we go. Well, actually, it might be worth to equip Dogi. As a matter of fact, it will be worth to equip Dogi. Never mind, I am dumb. There we go. Like I said, I'll be playing like junk. But once we get to the Altago Plains Highlands, a cutscene takes over and Geis takes point. Yeah, we have got ourselves into quite the predicament here. Doesn't seem to be too much here aside from the structure. You're going to have to forgive me if you hear the sounds of hammering in the background. They are currently in the process of replacing the carpets in my apartment building. So if you hear that, that's what that is. And Geis just wants us to shut up and follow his lead. Jeez, he's not the protagonist, even though he desperately wishes he was. It's a nice bell. What the? Well now, looks like Geis has quite a few tricks up his sleeve. And with a visual blur effect, we are transported to a new area. Fancy place. What exactly is this? Is that 2 moons? Huh, where the heck are we? Hey, that monolith there. Got a bit of a familiar symbol on it. Yeah, we've got questions. Ooh. We're in a pocket dimension. Fascinating. I'm going to presume this is the guy that Geis wanted us to meet. Shisa, huh? Geis is being treated like a dog. Oh, it's so nice to see Geis completely owned by somebody. Serious, huh? Elder Visca? Wait a minute. Your people were supposed to be wiped out. Well, I guess that's why it was described as disappearing. Maybe later. Let's get down to brass tacks here, maybe. Well, that explains why that symbol on the monolith looked familiar. That is the symbol of the moon dragon, and we are in the hidden Iska village. So, looks like, much like how the ancient Edonians were technically still around, the Iskin tribe is more than technically still around. Tragedy. Well, Ah, that's a good way to put it, Dogi. Well, you know, Adol, chosen one, adventurer, butting his nose into people's business. Dragon Warrior? Well, it's a very good thing that that franchise changed its name. In localization, I mean. It was always known as Dragon Quest in Japan. Getting a bit of a Metal Gear exposition going on here. Granted, I am fully guilty of that also. Look, it's very easy to keep yourself involved with the conversation if you just repeat what's being said to you. Once again, Adol has stumbled across an earth-ending calamity, and he is the most qualified person to stop it. We don't really have any better explanations for all the unfortunate events that have been going on around Altago. Giant monsters, outbreak of Iskin fever. If we see a swarm of locusts, then we'll know. So the Titanos are agitated due to the Wind of Destruction, and the Winds itself carries a nasty plague. So now they gotta rely on a stranger. Given how they only talk to him, I'd say that's a pretty apt assumption. Yeah, actually, what's he getting at here? I see. So this is gonna make things even worse. Does bring a good question, though. Who could want to assassinate the king? They had to know that that could only cause serious problems. Somebody short-sighted and assassinating the king for political reasons, eh? Well, we don't know enough to say one way or the other. Given how tight security was, though, I sincerely doubt it was an outside agent who did it. You think Adol's gonna turn away? This is exactly what he hopes to happen when he shows up in a new land. Don't even give you the option to refuse. I know Adol wouldn't do it. Nice to see Geist just lose so definitively to someone. Good boy. Demeaning and more than a little carrying of implications. Ah, so we gotta return to the altars. Well, assuming we're not a pariah in Kylos, Shinoa, or Seagram, it shouldn't be too hard to get back to the altars. The one on Ruins Island, though, might present a problem. Alright, now that we have an actual idea of what we should ask the dragons for... Yeah, who would expect it to be that easy? Huh? Hey, it's Elk Mustafa and Mishera! Naturally, trouble just follows Adol wherever he goes. But it looks like they're already up to date. It's nice to see that the gang is all here. Of course, Mishera knows for certain that Adol couldn't have done it, given her power. Elk, I assume, has reasonable faith. It is nice to see Mustafa also believes. And yes, we need each of the elders to get to the sanctums, which is, again, going to present problems with the Ruins Island. Fair point, fair point. Alright, let's do it to it. How can I refuse them? We wouldn't really get very far if we did. Oh boy, family. Good way to put it. Looks like he's not getting a choice in the matter. Yeah, I don't think Geist would be very happy to stick around with Sirius constantly teasing him. And we get all of our party members back, save for Aisha, of course. She is a bit preoccupied. For my party going forward, our first order of business is going to be returning to Shinoa. We'll be using Dogi and Elk for our party. Seems like the most appropriate. Let's get a training ring. All of our returning party members come with the best possible equipment they can hope to have at this point. As you can see, Elk has a passe with a new skill, Spin Edge. Let's get that equipped. He also comes with a variety of new skills they did not have originally, such as Sliding. He also has Steel, and let's see, anything else? No, this is all stuff that he's had before. Oh, Wheel Spin is probably new. Steel is a very, very helpful skill. Like it implies, it can steal items from enemies. It'll steal a random material with varying odds of success from the enemy's drop table. In particular, this is very good for getting items like iron ore from enemies that can drop them. So you'll definitely want to level this skill up to at least 5. When it hits level 5, it activates much more quickly. We're going to save that for later, though. Let's equip Crustfall, I guess. And we'll do our best to level up Spin Edge. Let's switch to Elk to play as him. As you can see, all of our returning characters have gotten some considerable boosts to their support abilities, being much more effective now that they're higher leveled, though we're not going to look too deeply into that. Inside the Iska village, we've got a couple of places to hit up to get some new quests, so let's do that. not too many people with interesting things to say around here. I believe the first quest we want is inside this building. Yes, this is the guy we want to talk to. Matthew Torres. Let me guess, you want me to collect a bunch of a different type of material and bring it back to you? Sure. Alright, so this is, what was the name of the guy who gave us the quest in the Altago pub? It's been so long since I played the game, played that particular section, I've already forgotten. You know what, I can just check my quest log for that. Lecture. It was Michael Wooten. Good thing I remembered that. Michael Wooten, it's very similar to his quest. We bring him a material from the Sanctum, and it's not a quest we'll be able to complete until the final dungeon, but it's easy enough to do. Just bring a material from the Sanctum, and he'll give you a brief discussion on it. In here, we want to talk to this lady running the shop, Brandy Swenson. Yep. What do you got for us, Brandy? Ah, that's why it's all over the place. It's an ancient tradition passed down through all of Altago. Alright, what do you got for us on Spirit Elixirs. Now here is another quest for us. So, we can synthesize Spirit Elixirs. Let's go to the items. Spirit Elixirs, if I can get down to them. Wait. Oh, no, we actually have to talk to her about them. Never mind. Yes, okay. Uh-huh. And yes, these elixirs can only be synthesized in the Iskin village. Even if you have the materials for them, they cannot be synthesized anywhere else. Alright. Now, what do these elixirs do? Well, we'll get to that when we can actually attempt to synthesize them. So, we just put it into our drink like Kool-Aid? But yes, now we can synthesize these spirit elixirs. This in and of itself is a quest, and if we synthesize all of them, we complete the quest. And these are compounds. You may notice the different names and the description. Permanently increases your stats. Of course, we need quite a few materials to make them. We need seeds to create these. These are the most difficult to collect material. We also need spiritual waters, which we will be able to get more easily later in the game, and titanofluids, which again, we will be able to get easily in the very near future, actually. As you can see, I can already synthesize a strength compound if I get the spiritual water necessary for it. Kamika Seeds and Kimona Seeds, these are very good seeds to collect, as strength compounds are very potent, increasing your strength by a whopping 10 points, giving you quite a damage boost. Life compounds are also very good. These increase your HP by 100, very huge if you can synthesize multiples and give them to a character like Elk, who has low HP. We've got defense compounds, dexterity compounds, and there should be one more, I think. It's agility compound, I think. We must not have the materials for it. If you do not have enough materials for the compounds, they will not appear. Fortunately, we have a list here that tells us what we need. So, defense compound, dexterity compound, agility compound. Looks like we need Ambuna Seeds and Striga Seeds. If you do not have enough of the seed materials to create them, they do not appear in the list. Actually, before we leave, let's just take a look at what she has to sell, see if I can't get anything new. We can get a Nulnar Sword, a Spear Sword, which teaches Aerial Thrust, Beast Slayer, just Photon Blade, Sword Dance. Since we have a spread of strike and slash damage, let's get Adol a new Pierce Weapon to improve his damage there. And let's see, we could get a Shion Kote. These are very incremental upgrades, but they do carry new skills on some of them. We'll save that for later, though. The Crescent Axe is tempting. Get a Tier 3 skill onto Geist. And let's just see if there's anything we can synthesize here. Does not look like it, so we will just get out on our way. Now, one thing very important to note, and one very annoying thing to note, all of our monuments have been removed from the map. We cannot fast travel until we reactivate them. This is extremely irritating, and we're going to have to travel around quite a few places to actually reactivate some of the monuments. We're going to leave the Iskin village just to look at something real quick that I would like to take care of, but after that I actually want to return to the Replica moon altar that we haven't been to since the beginning of the game, so we can reactivate that warp point and actually see something that is waiting for us there. So first, let's get out into the Highlands. Once we make it out into here, as soon as we get the effect done. Alright, so what's our first order of business? Oh, what do you got? We get the Moon Song Bell. This is a bell that, of course, lets us warp to the Iskin village, but it has one other effect for us. So, that symbol, that looks familiar. Right, those walls we came across. Yeah, so that is what the Iskin seal meant on those walls. By ringing the bell, we can remove those walls and get access to shortcuts around Altago, which will become important later. And here is the game letting you know, nope, we're not letting you have fast travel. I absolutely hate this. This is so annoying. I really wish they didn't do this. Yeah, so we do have to hit up all of the warp points to reactivate them. Yeah. So, let's get on our way. Now, with that taken care of, like I said, we're going to head to the Replica Moon altar first, and of course we get another cutscene. This has just been such a dialogue-heavy episode. Looks like the Altago military, the Dragon Knights, are not going to let us go so easily. Not like you've done much, Orbis. Naturally. So yes, there are going to be checkpoints around Altago that prevent us from going forward, unless we want to scuffle with the Dragon Knights, which I don't think we do. Fortunately, we very conveniently just got a way to get around that the Altago military most likely does not know about. Man, I wonder how all this feels for Aisha. Now what she's going to ask of Sigrun? Well, that'll become important later. Alright, first order of business, let's get out of the Iskin village warp point, and back onto the Altago plains. And we're going to be looking for something very particular here. We should come across it short enough. Not that guy. Not that guy. Maybe it's not on this screen. Yeah, I think it's all just regular enemies here. That is okay, though. There are new enemies dotting the Altago plains outside of the Highlands area. So let's get back onto the central Altago plains. And as soon as we get out here, whoa, that's a big guy. There are new Titano enemies wandering around. Let's just switch to Adol. You want to get these ladybugs out of the way. They are so obnoxious and they will get in your way something fierce. Yeah, I just, even with Elk's high levels, when enemies are resistant to damage, it is just so hard to take them down. But yes, this is the new Titano-type enemies that are roaming the Altago Plains. There are many Titanos over the area, different varieties. They are basically upgraded varieties of enemies we fought, or even repurposed bosses who have been demoted to regular enemies. So we want to take these guys out as they drop Titano materials for us. This one drops Titano bones. And of course there are ones that drop fluids and spines, so we want to keep an eye out for that because those materials are required for some of the best items in the game. And let's see, what was the skill on this again, just to check real quick? Spin Edge, so I want to use Spin Edge. Now, like I said, I want to meet you at the Replica Moon Altar, so we're going to head there first. Alright, here we are back at the Shrine of Origins. Here we just want to hit the warp point and check out the altar real quick. And hey, what's this little fella? Well, this is a Picard. You want to remember this guy for later. We can't do anything with him right now, but he will be very important for a quest we have to do later in the game. With that taken care of, I'm just going to warp back to the Iskin village, and I'm going to meet you on the connecting plane to Shinoa, if you can remember that from earlier in the game, so meet you there. Alright, here we are back on the plains leading to Shinoa, and I'm at the hold on, let me get this guy and let's get these iron ores. I am back at the Moon Seal, so let's use that Moonsong Bell. Giving this a quick ring. And the path will open. That rock face will disappear entirely, and this will open up a new area. Been unaccessed for quite a while. Who knows what's to be found there. Yeah, and like Guy said, we're going to head to Shinoa first. There are some checkpoints dotted around, particularly the path leading to Kylos and the entrance to Altago. You will be stopped if you try to actually go to those areas. Here is another Titano-class enemy. This guy drops Titano fluids. Oh, I'm sorry, it's not... Ah, man, I messed up. Steel is not the skill that gets items. This gets money. You get a small amount of money from hitting enemies with it. Not too much, though, so it's not that great. These guys drop Titano fluids. The skill that gets you items is Bandit. I can't believe I forgot that. I feel dumb. Oh, well. It is how it is when you go without playing a game for over a week. So let's take this guy down, get some Titano fluids. We'll need some of those for synthesizing the compounds. Make our stat-boosting Kool-Aid. There we go. Would be so much nicer if we had Bandit to actually get the item from that guy, but oh well. Steel isn't bad either. It gets us a little bit of extra money. Speaking of which, I want to equip the Elixirs so that we can actually get more money more easily. Just hit this guy with Steel, get a nice little bit of money there. These guys very easy. They either jump up like that, or they... There we go. Let's do Spin Edge. Since Spin Edge is the skill that Elk has on his weapon, we may as well use it a bunch to try and get some levels. It'll help with the training ring that he has. I'm surprised I'm getting those flashcards considering how long it's been since I've played the game. And just stun this guy. There we go. Spin Edge level 2. Very nice. Almost messed that up. And we just want to take these guys out, get the Titano fluids. Now let's head into Shinoa Forest. Heading into here, not too much to report. Definitely, if you can stop to get some Kamika and Kimona Seeds, that would be a good idea. We definitely want those to get strength compounds, but we're in a hurry, so let's just get to Shinoa proper. Here is the Warthog enemy from earlier in the game, demoted to a, or Warthog boss rather, demoted to a regular enemy. Be careful, he is just as dangerous as he was when he was a boss. Can really show you the business if you're not paying attention, like I was there. So yeah, let's switch over to Adol. Adol has already learned Aerial Thrust, but again, since that's the equipped skill, let's just use that a bunch. Oh geez, Adol, that was the wrong enemy entirely. What were you doing? Yeah, these guys are quite dangerous. Oh hey, Dogi learned a new skill, nice. These guys drop more Titano bones, nothing too special there. I'm just going to run past them. These guys get pretty good experience, so if you want to get some levels at this point, it would be a good idea to fight a bunch of them. But we're just in a hurry here, so let's get to the next monument here, finally get some warp ability back. on the map. Of course, we already have the... what is it? The shrine. Oh, I am so bad with the names in this game. I don't know why it's this game specifically, but you just blow through everything so quickly. I never pick up the names, but, you know, where the replica moon altar was, the shrine. You know what? This is annoying me. We're going to look at the map. We are going to get the proper name. Shrine of Origins. We are going to get the proper name, and I'm not going to be dumb. I gotta start committing these things to memory. Ah, boy. But yes, we have the Shrine of Origins on our map to warp back to when we need to do so. It is also a relatively quick access point to Altago in the event that we ever need to go back there. There we go. And here we are in Shinoa Village proper. We want to stop by the weapon shop real quick, which is not this. I always want to think it is the first store in the village, but it is not. You can see the Eldris over there. Of course, we're going to want to talk to her, but we will save that for a bit. Here in the shop, there is one particular weapon that we want to buy here. Not the Killer Bee, not the Iron Gauntlet, but we want to buy the Ranina Makia. We're going to be using a lot of Elk, and this teaches his first Tier 3 skill, Ground Fang. And this is far and away one of his best skills, so we definitely want to get that. We can sell up some of our useless armor here to afford that, so let's get rid of all of this. Remember, armor you do not have any reason to hang on to once you're done with it, so may as well sell it. Get this weapon onto Elk, and let's equip his Tier 3 skill. Since I'm not going to be doing any stealing, and just for some reason I gravitate to having these skills on the Y button, let's put Ground Fang on there, switch back to Elk, and he's going to put in some work with this skill. Now let us talk to Eldris Fatima here. And we've got a Dragon Warrior. My boy. Ah, classic. Why, yes indeed. I guess I'm going to assume last when Fatima see Mustafa, he was just a wee lad, barely fit to be an elder. I imagine Kailos and Shinoa do not interact much given the considerable distance between them. So, given that Fatima is the acting Eldris, are we going to need her to access the altar? Huh, did she know about Sirius all along? Or perhaps he just informed her of the Iskin village. Yeah, I've noticed the cane and the severe wrinkling. Nah, sorry, that was rude. I shouldn't say that. Yeah, we need to get into the Sanctum. No time like the present, and I imagine we don't have much time to actually get through these things. Alright, let's do so. I want to apologize, this has been a very, very cutscene heavy video, but we're in a very dialogue heavy portion of the game. Spoiler, we're going to have one more cutscene to get through after this. Figures. Alright, give us the details. Okay. Dragon Homes, got it. Well, we just so happen to have a Dragon Warrior right here. A strapping young lad, if I do say so myself. Yeah, Well, Eldris, you do have to admit, Elk is a bit more up to the task than you are. Yeah. Not so sure about bringing children in such dangerous situations, but it would definitely be easier to guard Elk than it would be to guard the Eldris. This many are going, but only 3 of them may participate in active combat. Elk is going to be taking point. Alright, let's do this. And the game spares us the process of Elk actually learning the spell. And we have to repeat that spell at the altar. I'm going to guess monsters of the rather dangerous variety, and yes, we are going to have lots of tough monsters to fight, but also many opportunities to level up, so that should be fun. There is nothing awaiting us in Shinoa Village at this particular moment, so let's just get down to brass tacks. Let's get to the ancient tree. Now what? Huh? That voice sounds familiar. Sigrun. What do you want? You looking for a fight? Uh-huh. Well, I'll tell you. It's up to you to believe me, though. Well, if you say so. Well and truly, I did not. Huh? Wait, what? Yeah, why? Ah, okay. And yeah, we get a brand spanking new party member, Sigrun. Come on, we've got elders here. Don't you think that's worth something? Yowza. And yes, here we go. Sigrun joins us. We're standing right here, you know. But yes, Sigrun joins us. Now, is Sigrun a completely new party member with unique abilities? No, Sigrun is Aisha. Sigrun has the exact same equipment that Aisha can use. She joins with all her skills at the exact same level, has all the same animations. The only real difference in a gameplay level is that she has different voice clips. So, yes, we do have access to Aisha in a roundabout way through Sigrun. Now, if you were playing purely on the basis of efficiency, the best party right now, and for the rest of the entire game, would be this one, Sigrun and Mustafa. And for reasons that you can see right away, Mustafa, just by existing, boosts our damage by almost 25%. Sigrun, just by existing, increases the rate at which we gain extra skills by 50%. And in the very near future, that's almost effectively we're going to be able to get extra skills at almost double the rate if we have her in the party. However, that would be very boring to just see me use these characters all the time, so we're going to try and get everybody a little bit of floor time. We're going to be using Elk and Dogi for the sake of using them for this dungeon. And of course, we will be seeing Sigrun, Mustafa, Mishara, all of them later. But I think that is enough for this video. When we return, we will go to the altar, and we will enter the Sanctum of the Dragon of Shinoa. So, I hope you enjoyed watching, and I hope to see you next time. Until then, goodbye.